there everybody, how are you? Welcome back to my kitchen, and welcome if you are new here. Please go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to see things that happen in the kitchen, cooking, shop with me's, all those kind of things is what you'll find here. Today's video is a stuffed green pepper recipe. Well, I should say stuffed peppers. That's the first tip I was going to give you is don't do the mixed peppers like I did in the video. I would definitely go with green peppers. The yellow and orange got quite bitter, the actual pepper itself, by the end of the cooking. The red peppers, delicious. So I used a mixed bag that you get from Sam's Club and you don't really have a choice. So I would definitely choose green or red if you have a choice. Definitely will be better. So I just want to say that I am challenging myself, and so that I'm challenging you as well to find something that you are grateful for today. I am grateful that we had 2 full days of sunshine and beautiful warm weather. In Michigan, we are in the upper 80s, and that's really warm for us. So I'm just so happy. I got short sleeves on. We're gonna go hang out outside and have some fun. But I hope you like this recipe. Go ahead and try it out. In this recipe, I have 6, and I do all 6. A tip I thought, if you only need 2, is from Dollar Tree, you can get the loaf pans, it's for cooking a loaf of bread or a loaf of banana bread, and do 2 peppers at a time. I would, do the whole recipe, fill them all, put 2 peppers in there, wrap it up with foil, and throw it in your freezer. That way, if it's just for 1 or 2 people, you can cook 2 peppers at a time. So there's another tip for you. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the video. I am putting together stuffed peppers that are going to go into my crock pot in the morning. I shopped at Sam's Club and they have this 6-pack of multicolor peppers. You can traditionally, you get green peppers. I don't know that I've ever even made it without green peppers, so we will see. We all like these kind of peppers. I expect it to work just fine. I guess I'll let you know at the end of the video what happens. You need 1 carrot shredded. So I have this peeler. It's kind of giving me trouble. But what I like to do is continue to peel the carrot and then use my knife to chop it up even more after that. That way I don't have to get my grater dirty, and I've already got the carrot out, the carrot peeler out, and it's already being used, and so I'm not using another tool. In my bowl I have 1 finely diced onion. The onion and the carrot are going to give moisture to your meat mixture. I do have ground beef, but if you're using ground turkey, this is my trick when I do a ground turkey meatloaf, is I always add carrot and onion, and I like to get it as small as I can. It definitely, carrots add a nice sweetness to your food, and that moisture, being another vegetable in there, really does keep your turkey meatloaf from getting dry. So that is my tip for you when you're making turkey meatloaf, because I know I go to the grocery store and I intend to buy beef, but sometimes that ground turkey or ground chicken is such a better price, I just can't help myself. So that will be good for my carrot. I'm going to put it in my bowl with my 1 very finely diced onion. And space here. This was previously frozen. I had bought a very large amount of ground beef, and so I just mark it on here. This has been in my refrigerator most of the day. I'm actually going to mash it up a little bit now before I even get it out of there. It is fully thawed, so that is good. Got 1 pound of beef. I am also going to add some oatmeal, some rolled oats, uncooked. 1/4 cup, so not very much, just a little bit. Again, I like to do that use oatmeal a lot more. It's a different recipe for the meatloaf. I cooked up some rice, very easy on the stove top. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, put a lid on it, 15 minutes, and turn the stove off, and it's perfectly good and fluffy. This I cooked a while ago. You do want it cooled down because this I'm making in the morning in the crock pot, so you don't want your hot rice in with your cold beef. And salt and pepper. I am not going to get wild with the seasoning here. I really like the very mild flavor of the stuffed peppers. I really like the pepper flavor to come out. Another reason I like the crock pot is I really like my peppers soft. I know that seems to be a personal preference. Some of the time people prefer the pepper to be a little bit more harder of a texture after it's cooked, your stuffed peppers, but I just really prefer them a softer texture. So the crock pot is the way to go for me. And I also like a very tomatoey sauce that's going to go on top and around the peppers while they cook in the crock pot. Just some standard canned tomatoes. Probably going to do a little ketchup in there. You know, that makes the way Mom did it. And, you know, ketchup is a definite family pleaser item. Some kids, my youngest, you put ketchup with it, it's definitely a win. So I have my mixture all mixed up. That looks great. I have my peppers. I already kind of cut the tops off. I didn't cut the top off this way. I was wanting a little bit more so that the beef mixture would stay inside there. Some of the seeds and some of those are called membranes are in there. That's totally fine. Everything is edible, not a problem. I am going to now stuff them like that. Top them all off because I wasn't sure. You're never sure when you're stuffing peppers or any of those different dishes that get stuffed of how much you're going to have left. And each pepper has a little bit more or less room on the inside. When you don't cook the meat mixture beforehand, it's going to be a little bit more of a texture of a meatloaf, which is my preference. So here we go. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator and I'll show you what happens in the morning. Okay, it's morning time. Here are my peppers. I just put them back in this bag and they were in the fridge overnight. So I am going to get them into the crock pot. They probably will need to lean on each other a little bit in order to get them to stand up, which is fine. I usually am able to get it to work. I don't have to usually worry about cutting the bottoms or anything. It's going to be a tight squeeze. There we go. All right, not worried about it. I got them all to fit. So now the recipe really calls for tomato sauce in a can. I didn't want to use spaghetti sauce, so I have this can that has garlic and oregano, diced tomatoes. So you do want that liquid down in there, and you're going to put that all around. I mean, some can go on top, but you want to make sure it's down in there and around so that it will, those juices will create steam and help the peppers cook so they get soft. And then, like I said, we are ketchup people here. So right now I'm going to put ketchup on it, and at the end of the day, I'm going to just put ketchup on top of each. And at the end of the day, I am going to sprinkle some cheddar cheese on top as well, and that will, you know, that just takes a couple minutes for it to cook down. My crock pot goes right from the cooking to a keep warm setting. So I'm going to do it low on 5 hours because it's really going to be about 8 hours before we eat it because I'm going to go to work and come back. So then it'll keep it warm for all that extra time. But you could do low for 6 hours, high for like 3 hours if you know you're just ready to eat it. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. So it's the end of the day. The peppers look amazing. Yes, I peeked at them. They are super soft. That's the way I like them. And I do like cheese on them. This bag might be enough, but I have extra just in case. Just top it. Put the lid on. Let it melt down as much as it can. Yeah, this is enough. It's probably only like a half a cup. Over all of these. Just the top. And we'll let that melt down. And I'll show you my plate in just 1 minute.